is back and forth all game, basically. But really, just on the defensive side, their running game was really good at first, which scared the hell out of me because basically a couple streams ago I was talking about how that's the most important thing is to stop their run. But turnovers also played a decent factor with them fumbling right here. Although I don't think we scored off this.
Karloftis does come up with it.
We being the Chiefs.
Former 49er, here's the 3rd and 12.
Because we're live from Kansas, baby.
And he's going to be hammered by Greenlaw again, and Fred Warner keeping about 4 yards short of the sticks. Bigger in the biggest moments. It's like him and Brady and everyone else. 4-0 in the Super Bowl 3 times.
This Chiefs defense is just too good. I know they're kind of getting shredded right at this exact second, but all game they played amazing. Pressured the quarterback pretty well, although I don't think they got very many sacks.
Flag down, caught, Kittle, first down, depending on the flag.
This is actually like the one Chiefs game where people, for the most part, they still tried, but couldn't say that the refs won us the game.
He can slip through tackles with the best of them. And look at all the red hats around him. Pacheco trying to get a good drive starter, and he does. He's got a first down.
And last stream I also said that they needed to keep the 49ers defense honest by running the ball. We did that, not very well, but it still kept them honest.
On the run, and he tucks it under as Gregory was coming. The greatest offensive minds ever. Through Andy Reid, he might have 3 of the top 4 ever. 2nd and 2. Look at that little pause, that little hesitation, and then the bolt up the middle.
McCaffrey's just way too good.
3rd and 9. As Purdy lofts it, he's got his man.
Brock Purdy played pretty well. As much as I wanted to say he was overrated, not as good as everybody's saying, he still played pretty well. He didn't throw any picks, didn't have any turnovers.
And they move the football into Kansas City territory.
And that's really, I mean, as a Chiefs fan, I was really hoping that he would just throw like 10 million picks like he did against the Ravens. It's an amazing play by Trent McDuffie.
Able to defend it on Debo. If he makes it 55 yards, 54 was the record. Steve Christie and Moody, the rookie, nails it. A Super Bowl record.
But overall, it was a low-scoring game. I mean, only in the 20s, and that was only because of overtime, really.
The ball came out and ended up in the hands of Justin Watson. They needed that other weapon on the outside other than Kelsey. 79 catches on the season for Rice as Mahomes rolls out and going deep, and it's caught at the 10-yard line. Mecole Hardman at the 9.
I think Watson was actually the leading receiver or one of them.
And he lost the football, and the Niners are on it. Unbelievable play.
At this moment, I was stressing.
Right now. San Francisco taking over at the 8-yard line. On the bootleg, trying to get around Bolton. And there is a flag coming in for that. That caught Andy Reid by surprise. Almost knocked him off his feet and almost knocked the play sheet out of his hand for the former left tackle at BYU. Here's a 3rd and 8. And they get to him.
And they got him. So there was one of the sacks, but not as many as you would hope for, you know, not knowing what the outcome of the game is going to be.
And finally brought down by Eric Armstead.
I'm just seeing all these initial drives, the first few drives were turnover and then just third and long, and then not converting anything was definitely very concerning on the Chiefs side. While they're just running it up the field, holding the ball for way longer than the Chiefs had it.
Dennis Mitchell and Chris Jones.
After the play was over, personal foul. Defense number 38, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
I mean, really, it seemed like the refs were on the 49ers side. That play was just atrocious on the defensive side. But it's a great trick play with Jennings being a former quarterback.
And you're leaving one-on-one with Bosa.
Had confidence to make him, that he could make the throw.
Able to slip out of it and throw against his body. He's got his man. He's got Watson for a first down at the 39-yard line. 2 yards away from a first.
I'm hoping in the draft the Chiefs can pick up another good young wide receiver. Maybe just focus on that position for the first round, and then maybe in the third round or something like that.
Pancaked by Armstead.
15 seconds.
Gets it right, Jim.
Well, the first snap of the third quarter.
Oh my
the
God.
ball is on the ground.
Sloppy play.
Swung down at the 11-yard line.
The Chiefs played way more sloppy and still ended up winning, which is surprising to say the least.
Stepping up and lofts it. He is picked
Yeah,
off.
and then Mahomes throws the interception. They had a lot of momentum going their way.
If you can get about 10 yards, you don't have to get a first down.
Purdy being chased and caught by Willie Gay on those two takeaways.
Right on the 1 yard line.
Cannot give that up. That is Kelsey.
Thankfully, they finally started getting it to Travis Kelce. I mean, he only had like 2 receptions in the first half.
Look at how tight they are. They're ready for an inside run.
And they're, in fact, right there to pounce on him.
They were too ready for the run, and then we still ran it.
Mahomes keeps it. And somehow got past
Mahomes
the
running was really like a big key to this game.
Leading rusher in the postseason is Patrick Mahomes, who has it right now. He's got 10, 15, 20, 22 yards on the run before it's finally ended by Logan Ryan. For them has been staying out of third and long.
Mahomes basically had to do it himself.
Third and 8. And the Niners are up to his Hartman.
And the longest field goal in Super Bowl history.
They like to go to Jennings sometimes on third down as he fires down the field, and that was intended for Debo.
The defense just kept the team in the game by, the 49ers would seem like they're having a good drive, and then they just wouldn't be able to cap it off. I think this is where they fumble it right here. Yep, taps off his foot.
It's a fumble, and it's a recovery by Kansas City. And now set up in the red zone. Trying to take the lead. Mahomes
Super lucky.
goes for it right away, wide open. Touchdown.
And their defense just completely collapsed on that pass.
The Chiefs have the first lead in the Super Bowl.
Which is crazy because the 49ers had all the momentum up to this point. I mean, it was 10-6.
Always does. Purdy down the middle, open Ayuk. His second catch is a big one.
Just kept trying to rip it out.
But he's outstanding. Led the league in average yards per catch as Purdy fakes and goes long to the end zone. Oh, Samuel had a step.
This is the second
And
time.
that definitely would have been a touchdown if they didn't get
Now they go back to the ground.
right to Purdy right at the perfect moment.
And that's a great example. Juszczyk, the fullback, leading the way as McCaffrey tries to go outside. He lost a yard.
Gonna have to throw it outside.
Fourth down, it's Kittle. and I think he's
They got it.
No, he got
The ball boys like, should I put it up a yard? You guys, where you guys want it?
Jennings did it! What an effort, breaking tackle. 17 of his 25 catches is Moody. Extra point. Oh my
blocked
goodness,
it.
no! It is blocked.
Which is super important because
How big is that now? A 3-point
the
game.
Chiefs wouldn't have been able to just kick the field goal to send it into overtime.
3rd and 10. Open. Kelsey somehow left alone. And 2nd and 10 with 9 minutes to go. Open. Wide open. It's Watson. Bounced out near the 20. 12 yards out. Pacheco again. Up the middle. Down to about the 4. Boy, there was
That's what I mean by keeping them honest with the run. We just kept going with it, even though it wasn't panning out super well.
Looking left. Looking. Rolling out. Mahomes in trouble. And he's taken from 24 yards. And it is knotted at 16.
Honestly, you could have given the MVP of the game to Butker, but I mean, they're not going to take it away from Mahomes.
What a game he's having. A better time for a Niners fan. 1st and 10. It's Debo trying to fool the defense. And they do.
They had a lot bigger chunk plays, it seemed like, where they would get just an easy 10 yards. But then they would get down into these situations where it'd be 3rd and short and they wouldn't be able to convert on it.
Play of the game, a 3rd and long 4, and they blitzed, and they forced the
And that was
incompletion.
stupid clutch. I mean, if they got that, game's over.
Moody's kick. Oh, it's good all the way. Wow, that was incredibly clutch. We'd love to see anybody else. Patrick Mahomes with the ball to go win the Super Bowl. There's Mahomes across the middle. Kelsey forges ahead. He's got 11 and a first.
It was still good to win in overtime, but just imagine if he came down the field with a minute 50 left and just scored a touchdown. That would have been insane. I feel like his legacy would have been, I don't know, more elevated.
They ended up sending one guy inside, one outside. We're bringing it.
Even though, I mean, it's already at a peak. It would have been way boosted by just winning the game instead of just tying it to send it to overtime.
Shades of a finish with New England and Seattle. Coming down to the last plays. Mahomes for the snap.
It's dangerous.
That was smart. See how quick he got rid of it?
And yeah, with 6 seconds, you just have to kick the field goal. You can't risk another play. Even with the timeout, it would have to be such a fast pass.
Okay.
And here's where it gets controversial, because the 49ers say that they didn't know the rules to overtime, which, you know, I, as an average viewer, knew the rules, but they didn't. I mean, I don't know what was going on. I think they did know the rules, but they just said that kind of as an excuse. But, I mean, if that is true, it's a failure at all levels.
That just came out of his hand, I think, a little awkwardly. There's a flag down at the 38-yard line.
Ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. Prior to the pass, holding. Defense number 22. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Punting situation. And guess who it is that got it? Jennings.
Yeah,
Who's having the game.
definitely a hold.
Right up on the near side. 3rd and 2. As Purdy flings it. Got the first. IU. This. He's got to close his eyes. 2nd and 6. The Sun in trouble. Oh, what a play. Flings it to McCaffrey, and it gets past Edwards. High stepping and pushed out by Snead. What a play. Trying to settle the push. 2nd and 12. Pretty.
Especially with how the game had been so far, mainly a defensive battle, to elect to take the ball first. Definitely a pretty big mistake.
Your best defenders are guarding your two best wide receivers. McCaffrey in motion. They fake the handoff to him. Chiefs in on
Just throws it to nobody. That's when it's got to be setting in. Okay, we made field goal. But if they go down and score, it's over.
That's going to be fourth down. Yeah, it's going to be fourth down, and it comes down to this play. With the game on the line, going to jump off sides first.
And, you know, you got to know that they're not running it with Pacheco there. Not after the game that he was having.
Pass complete. And that's Valdez.
Just walking into a loss.
Going the wrong way.
A loss of yards.
They come after him when they've been up in here. I expect him to drop out this time. Oh, they shouldn't have done that. Up ahead he goes. Rice has the first down, and he's out of bounds at the 40. 2nd and 6 from the 37.
And they got him to fourth down a couple times. But
Pacheco has ridden down by Warren. 3rd and a football. Yeah. Not a big deal now unless you don't get it. Go up top.
Mahomes, this is where his running just was insane.
Down to the 13-yard line. 10 yards from the win.
Doing it himself.
Mahomes throws it to Kelsey in the middle of the field. Kelsey plowing ahead. Kelsey still on his feet, and I believe he's going to have the 1st and goal to go. Can only feel the number of people.
And I think Chiefs fans didn't realize that with the clock ticking down, there would have been another quarter. I was legitimately thinking that, you know, they were just going to let the clock run out like that. And even with the weak Chiefs receiving this year, just the best team, one of the best teams ever at scoring from real short.
He is the best. He is the standard. You're Michael Jordan. Wins it again.
And they are the champs.
And Ward's eyes go to the next guy inside. And at that point, he's out leveraged. You have to time that motion perfectly where you could hide him behind. Andy Reid.
Tony Romo's favorite word this game was leverage.